Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Got a really quick update for you today because I didn't discuss the full moon that's occurring early tomorrow morning. So let's jump right in. The full moon tomorrow morning at 6:17 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time is going to occur in the sign of Capricorn. This is such a powerful lunation because it is the culmination not only of energy that began this January, which would be the cycle of a new moon to a full moon, but more importantly because this full moon is conjunct, out of sign, but conjunct Pluto. And Pluto's its time spent in Capricorn began in 2008, completely restructuring that portion or place in your natal chart where Capricorn is, or that Capricorn represents. If you're a Cappy or a Libra or an Aries or a Cancer, this moon is very important to you because you have angles to this full moon completion cycle. So please, let's jump in. The axis itself, we have the moon is in Capricorn, the sun is in Cancer. The axis that we are pivoting and trying to work with is the security axis. On the Cancer side, it's emotional security. On Capricorn side, it's practical security. So we have the security axis that is something on the Cancer side is shining light on that moon. Now, this is a full moon in Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. And currently, Saturn, retrograde in the sign of Pisces, is conjunct Nessus, which is a centaur, trans-Neptunian centaur object that speaks of patterns of abuse and power and control. It helps us understand how boundaries lead us to self-awareness, or maybe awareness of a situation creates the need for boundaries, and that leads to breaking free and sovereignty, which is, we're going to keep hearing this theme. But I do like that this is the ruler of this moon, and this is what we're trying to accomplish, okay? With it being conjunct Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, this speaks of power struggles within 3D top-down authority structures like banking systems, government systems, anywhere where there's an individual at the top creating having all the power and just literally, dictating how everything else is going to be based on that understanding that they have that just trickles down. So it's a good time to ask yourself, are you submitting yourself to a false prophet, or are you submitting yourself to co-create, Aquarius, with authenticity, Aquarius, for the greater good of all, and that empowerment that comes from that? Again, very Aquarian themes of authenticity, shared power to the people. We go from a triangular top-down structure to something that's good for the all, okay, a lateral structure. So that's also in play here. Now, let's talk about some squares to the moon and the sun energy. Eris, Mars' little sister, we talked about her a lot in the last video. She is now retrograde, stationed today to go retrograde. So by the time tomorrow rolls, she'll be retrograde, but really standing still in the sky and intensifying her energy, which is the dwarf planet of chaos and discord. And she's asking us, with the square to the sun and the moon, to break free from stagnation and transform with unwielding courage. I like that. Then the other square we have is going to be on the other side in the zodiac, which is Haumea at 0 degrees of Scorpio. Haumea is the Hawaiian goddess of fertility, known to be able to create from any area of her body. So what Haumea's square to this lunation is telling us, we can create new, more 5D aligned realities in the space created by letting go of 3D outdated Capricorn principles of power, top-down power authorities, restrictions, we can step away from that old paradigm by pushing that energy out, getting rid of it, we're completing it. And then how Maya can backfill it with new earth, things that are aligned with you. 5D Capricorn theories, principles, which are mastery, discipline, inner authority, for the purpose, again, of practical stability, long-term security. Gosh, I really like this. Now, what's working with us? We have the moon is going to sextile Neptune at this time. I like it, 29 degrees of Pisces. And this is practical adjustments that can be made very easily as a result of this new reality or the new direction in which we're heading based on 5D principles of Capricorn. So the sun is going to trine Neptune at the time. And this speaks about embracing compassion, creativity, spiritual pursuits, things that bring in that emotional security. And just, they're coming in. I mean, it's a trine energy. We don't even have to do anything. To work with the moon energy, you do. But to work with the sun energy, no, you don't. We can just welcome it in. Now, also, we have Uranus, which is going to trine the sun, trine the moon, because it's in the sign of Uranus, and conjunct Algol. Remember, Algol, if we embrace the 5D reality of Algol, that's very high spiritual values. So, sudden shifts in 3D structures that create instability, asking you to trust source and have faith, which is very freeing. And Uranus is sextile the moon, which is in Cancer. So, the sun, which is in Cancer. So this is asking us to embrace the realization that we have the emotional wherewithal, without hesitation, to make radical shifts necessary to embody freedom and sovereignty. We can practice self-care. I like that too. But Uranus is asking us to embrace any instability, because we know that we have the emotional wherewithal to work with those radical shifts. And by doing so, it's creating freedom and sovereignty for us. Mercury is in shadow, in Leo in shadow, and it is going to square Uranus, which is conjunct Algol. So this is very unique communications on a 5D level, and thinking outside the box. Now, from a 3D perspective, be mindful of your communications. You may deliver a walk in Mercury and Leo, very bold, very brazen, make a statement that's radical, that is not received the way you would like it to. So just be aware of that. I think that this moon is an incredible shift in consciousness. It is an incredible way for those that have worked with this Plutonian energy that has been in the sign of Capricorn since '08. Again, dipped into Aquarius, going to make its last stop very soon, 1st of September, 2nd of September, I believe, back into Capricorn to just make sure we've got these principles in place to allow us to rise to five-dimensional awareness of that Capricornian themes. We are here to embrace mastery, discipline, and inner authority. We are shirking responsibility, shirking the control that comes from an entity that really doesn't have any foundational support any longer. We are coming from a place of multi-dimensionality. We know we are galactic beings. We can trust the source. Okay, well, that's all I have for you today. I hope to be back tomorrow with the week's update coming up. And because this full moon is so early in the morning, I wanted to get this out to you today so we can speak about that sun. Sun is going to move into Leo and then immediately oppose Pluto. So we've got some things to manage on Tuesday this week. I'll be back before then to discuss it with you. If you like this video, please do click the like button. If you know someone who could be helped by this video, please do co-create with me and share the video with them. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, click the subscribe button. And if you want to post a comment or a suggestion, please do so in the comment box below. You know, I always have time for you. Oh, do you like this picture? I have to tell you this too. My sister is an artist. She is autistic and she's an artist. And we were discussing Ascension earlier this week, and she sat down and drew this amazing freehand. It's amazing art that she creates. And this is her illustration of breaking free of any restriction that may have occurred in the past. This is the awakening. Have a great week. Namaste.